Hey everybody, welcome to Mike's World. I got a few things I want to talk about tonight. We're going to wait and see a few more people get in here. Shandog, I see you're in here. Welcome. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good. I got a few things and I got mail call tonight. I'll tell about them in a little bit, but it's, what it is it's about trying to get a dog and the hassle that I've been through with it, which really didn't need to be. I think there's things they could do that would be better, but I'll get into that here in the chat in a little bit. Yeah, I don't know, maybe why don't I put up a link if anyone wants to jump up, anyone comes in. Oh, maybe you would like to come up with me. Anyways, so Friday I went to local animal shelter, met a nice dog. Really thought it would be a nice dog. I went to look at a different one, but that one did not like me, did not like my wife. So we got looking around. And I found one that I thought was pretty nice, and it seemed to like me and seemed to like my wife, but she was a little hesitant. My wife was, just because of the age of the dog. Well, I can understand that. I kind of agree with her, and I kind of don't. The dog was 9 years old. We just had to put our boy down a few months ago, and really not wanting to do that right off soon. We want one that's kind of going to be with us a little bit longer, or has a better chance of being with us a little longer. So we said, well, we'll think about it. And we stepped outside. We went in the little waiting room that was there. Just as we was going out the door, they come through the back door where they have other kennels, but they're not on the adoption floor yet. They have other dogs out back there. And the dog looked right at my wife. Then the dog looked right at me. And they were bringing it into the meet and greet room for these other two people that was there. And so my wife and I finished stepping out through the door, and we're in the area where you wait to go in. And you can get treats there for the dogs and stuff like that. And there's a window between that door and the meet and greet. I mean, between that room and the meet and greet room. And the dog jumped up on the window, looked right at me, looked right at my wife. The dog's name was Lana. But anyway, an English Mastiff. So that's all good. I picked up a few treats to put in my pocket, and we decided we'd go see that dog when the other people was done. You know, if the dog was still available or whatever. Certainly they weren't going to take it home right then and there, because that's not the procedure to adopt a dog there, or probably not at most kennels. You don't just get one right off. And it's a good reason that you don't. They want to make sure your references check out and all that stuff. And that's a good thing. But anyways, to get back to what I was saying, I just, for the heck of it, I don't know why, but I said I knew the dog's name, and I said, Lana, would you like to come? And I went and looked at the window. I didn't step too close to it, but I was looking through the window. I said, Lana, you want to come home with us? The dog jumps right up, looks me right in the eyes, and is wagging its tail. And it's not paying any attention to the other people. Hey, easy. Hey, how's it going? Welcome. Jump on up here if you'd like, if you can, if you get time. Love to have you. But anyway, this dog did not pay any attention to the other people that much. It paid more attention to what we were doing. And the other people come out, and then I realized that I knew the other people from years ago, that I'd worked for somebody that was friends with them. So I talked with them for a little bit, and she says, that dog really likes you. You really should try to get that dog. I said, yeah, well, we're going to see what happens. And I knew them. I knew that they had raised that kind of dog most of their lives, or most of their later lives anyway, from whenever I knew them. And their dogs, they had no more dogs at the time, and I guess they were just looking. But anyway, they left. We got our chance in there, and the dog just loved me, give me kisses, and loved my wife. Just the sweetest little girl you could think of. Anyways, she weren't little. English Masters aren't little. So we go out, fill out paperwork. Now this is where I got a little bit too honest, maybe. I'm honest to a fault, I guess. But anyways, most of the time I am. On the application, which I got a copy of here, it says, it asks you a bunch of questions. It is, do you have any other pets at home? If so, how many? And then it goes, are your pets spayed, neutered? If no, why not? Are all of your current pets up to date on vaccinations? Well, that's where the problem came in. I listed that I had 3 cats at home. Now, one cat is my father's cat, okay? And it's 20-something years old. Semi-feral cat. It's not a real friendly cat. Not completely tame. And this cat has never, ever, when my father was here, never, ever was to a vet. And it was never a sick cat. It was just here and always inside. If it wasn't in here, it was at the camp, and it was inside. That my dad had. He had a camp. But anyway, the other 2 cats, they're here, but they're not my cats. I guess they're just cats that somebody asked to take care of, and I don't know. Maybe they just left them. Thank you, Mrs. Shorty Pratt. But yes, we did good being honest. I guess it kind of bit me because we didn't end up getting the dog. And the reason was, they said that the vet said the cat, the only cat that they had on record was one. And that cat, and this is what the Humane Society said, that the vet said the cat had not been there in 13 years. Well, I haven't had this cat for 13 years. That the one that they were talking about, I don't believe that cat would have been 13 years old had it still been alive today. But at any rate, if it was, that would be 2006. I think what the confusion is that cat was taken into the vet in 2013, and that cat passed. That cat, well, I don't know if it died or what happened. It got out and disappeared. And that was I call it dead because I haven't seen it around. It's gone. you know. But that cat was in 2015, I believe, or 16. Anyway, some years ago, and that's why that cat's not um, taken to the vet. And this other cat is just a cat that um, is being taken care of. All cats that are here, the three that are here now, they're indoor cats. Don't go out. They're not sickly, and they have food and water, and they're well taken care of. Um, some people might disagree with that because they haven't been to a vet. Well, it's the owner's responsibility, not my responsibility, and they're going to be collecting the cats in another couple weeks anyway. So my point is that the paperwork you fill out is too black and white. It's too generic. I think if they have questions before they make the decisions, they should sit down and go over those concerns with you and discuss them. And or ask questions as to why this is or what. And, if there's something on there that you don't like on the application. Because they're not getting your part of it. They're just getting the black and white thing. Every one shoe fits all. And that's not how life is. One shoe does not fit all. Not every situation is the same. So I kind of feel like we was unfairly prevented from getting this dog. But there is a little underhandedness going on their part, I believe, too. I say this because when I went there, while we was in the process of trying to adopt this dog, I asked specifically, is this dog eligible for a specific program that they have? And that program is foster to adopt. In other words, you can foster the dog, take it home, or whatever animal that you want to do, foster. Take it home, and if it works out and you'll want to keep the dog, you want to adopt the dog, then you can go ahead and adopt the dog, and you have first chance at that. They said it was not eligible. I'm dead sure that that's what they said. And when I went back on Saturday, wanted to see the dog again, and they said, well, the dog's not feeling well, and they had a craft fair going on. There was a lot of excitement going on. They said too much excitement, the dog's not feeling well, and we don't think it's in the best interest. So already they probably pretty much had made up their mind at that point that we weren't going to get the dog. But they didn't be upfront and honest about it. So I turned around and had to go back on Saturday. After that, because I had gone into the craft fair in the area where they had the crafts, and I took some chances on a bunch of stuff, and I won. Whoops, I won that. It's a smartphone, smartwatch phone, which I haven't got set up. I'm gonna have to figure it out, but I did. I won that. That was like one of the top things that was in there as far as technical things go. They had a lot of nice stuff in there, but that was what stuck out at me. So I went back, got that, and while I was in there, I asked, well, how's Lana doing? Is she feeling any better? And that and that. And they said, yeah, she's feeling better. She'll be okay. So I said, well, I'll see what happens. Hopefully I'll be back Monday and pick her up. And they said, yeah, that'll be fine. We'll see what happens. So I go home Monday comes and I have no calls, no nothing. And they said if you didn't hear anything by Sunday, you probably wouldn't get the dog. So, being stubborn that I can be sometimes, and all, I went down Monday anyway. And I asked again how Lana was doing, and well, she's fostered for adoption. And it didn't hit me right on the right then and there that, wait a minute, this don't sound right. I thought that she wasn't available for adoption. Well, before I left, I realized that. And she she had indeed been that, and they said, "Oh yes, she was." Just my spinning world. Uh-oh. Oh no. How in the name of goodness is that? Uh-oh. Well, technical difficulties here, huh? Technical difficulties here, huh? That do anything? Did that bring the picture up? How's it looking now? If I got picture, the saw, it was fine, Hazy. I guess I'm not sure what you're talking about. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm. Everything looks fine on my end. Nathaniel Lee, hi. Okay, good. Now all my stuff's not showing up on StreamYard. Oh, there we go. It's a little bit late. Oh, okay. All right. Welcome, Nathaniel. Anyways, yes. Let's go here. Let's do this. There's a link if anybody'd like to jump up. I've just about said all I'm going to say about that. It's just, I think they could do things a lot better at the Humane Society, and I think that they should talk to everyone whenever they have a question on what the application, what's put down. They should talk with the people and actually give somebody a chance to explain something that might not be to their liking. Because there may be a good reason, or if there isn't, they can set the person straight. Um, it's my feeling. I'm doing okay, Nathaniel. I'm just kind of ranting a little bit about a little bittersweet experience with the Humane Society trying to adopt a dog. Um, you can see on mine, I have a little brief memorial to my dog that I had to lay down a couple months ago. Hooch, he was a good boy. And my wife and I, we want to have another fur baby, and we were denied the chance to have this fur baby because basically because a cat that I no longer have that has passed didn't go to the, it did not go to the, yeah, that sometimes helps, Shandog. The cat passed, and I didn't let the vet know, my veterinarian. I didn't tell him that, hey, my cat passed, you know, or, and that's why the cat did not go back to the vet. So because I wasn't taking the cat to the vet every year or regularly or whatever they want, they denied me having the dog. But I think it was a little unfair because the cats that I do have here, two aren't mine. They're here. I'm watching them for people. The ones that are still alive. The one in question is no longer with us, and they just went by that. And rather than ask what the reasons or what, and they didn't. They just went by the black and white yes no answers on the form that you fill out, the adoption application, and by the vet's word that, hey, he hasn't brought his cats in, his cat in, and we don't know about any other two cats. Well, you don't, because two of them aren't mine, not my responsibility unless they get sick. I guarantee you, if one of them cats was sick, it would go into the vet. I'd take it in a heartbeat because that's the way I am. But it don't make sense to me in my thinking with a cat that's an indoor cat that doesn't go out and doesn't contact all this bad stuff, and that they would catch any disease from being in the house. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's my thoughts and beliefs on it, and I haven't seen different because they've been good. My dad's cat is 20-some plus years old. Never been to a vet, and it's fine. It's getting old, but it's fine. It's a good and healthy, cat. And I just don't see the point of having to take it to a vet for $300 or $400 to have an examination when everything's fine. If everything's fine, why do I don't even go to the doctor if I'm not feeling sick. I hate going. I mean, yeah, I get regular checkups, but it's more because my wife pushes me than because I want to go, because I don't care to go to a doctor. Yeah, I don't see the point when I'm not feeling ill. But that's what happened. They just cut and dried, black and white, saw the answers in that didn't like them and said, nope, you're not getting the dog. And they weren't even upfront and honest about it. They kind of pussyfooted around about it. And that's what I'm kind of upset with. If they'd set us down and said, hey, we got some issues, we got some concerns here. Can you tell us more about this, or what the situation is, or why? Then we did, I'd have been upfront with them and told them why, what I thought. And if I was wrong, then I would want them to tell me, hey, you're wrong. And then I would do something different. But anyways, I'm going to wait on getting a dog now. I've been on a couple other channels. Was talking with somebody that actually raises dogs, and he may have some coming up this spring or summer. And I might just save up some money and get me one of those that's got papers. A little more money, but and I got a nice, I got a puppy, real young puppy to watch grow up and everything, and I have a very beautiful dog that can be shown if I feel like I want to try that. But anyways, the other part of this mail call, yes, my notices aren't getting out there too well, but I did. I got this from a very good friend, fellow YouTuber. I know because my wife opened it on me. She likes to get into my mail, but that's okay. We're married. And this is what I got. So there we have everything spicy. Phil, I want to say thank you. I don't have any of my own stickers right now. I have to get more made. I ran out. But I will get them in a few days. And we'll definitely send you one shortly, and a little something on the Christmas there for the holidays. But his letter says, "Hi there. Thank you for watching Everything Spicy. Free stickers and other things are only possible because of the Super Chat and PayPal donations. I will continue to give back to everyone who makes this channel such a success." And he does have a Teespring account. And anyone that's interested, I'm going to post a link here to his channel, and you can check him out. And his Everything Spicy swag, check it out. Thank you again, Spicy Phil. Mike, I'm glad you've joined the family. Keep coming and having fun with us. Phil. Hashtag keep it spicy. So yeah, that's awesome. And thank you very much. And I'm going to put your link up in case other people want to go to check you out. They can. Easy. But I'm pretty sure if you can't see the link for some reason, because who knows, I'm always getting technical things wrong. Then by all means go ahead and go ahead and do a Google search on it, because I'm sure it'll come right up. Actually, I'm trying it out right now. I hope you can still see me. I just can't see myself talking. That's all right. I don't need to. I'm live. What?
Would you like something to eat, Mike?
Not right now.
Okay.
Thank you. I got to get a sign out there, a light out there or something that notifies that I'm live. All right, let's try this. Let's try this here. Yes, I can, Shandog. I was just on that. I was getting the link for that. I guess I got to get me a bot. But there it is. Everything Spicy's link. I'm going to put it up on here too. Everything Spicy. So Yeah, you have a puggle. See him on my picture. Oh, yes, he's cute. He's cute, Shan dog. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was getting that. I was trying to get that link. I should have got it up before I went up, but it slipped my mind. No, I'll get better at that. I hope. You have no old poops like us. We might not, though. But anyway, um, yeah. If anyone wants to come up, oh my goodness. It's up in the thing, anyways. Put it up again if anybody wants to jump on up here. The only thing is, you need to have a photo of you, so I know it's you. Why not? There we go on the trolls up here. That seems to be an issue. Yes, that's right, Shamdog. Yeah, yeah, it is. Um, but yeah, this person that I know is that has the pups that may be coming up this spring or summer is the pups. They are red bones, red bone coonhound pups. Beautiful, beautiful dogs. If you've ever seen the movie Where the Red Fern Grows, um, or read the book, that's what kind of dog these are. So I thought that'd kind of be neat. As far as what I'm looking for, I'd like an English Mastiff. Plothound is really my really go-to dog. I love a Plothound. I've had one in the past. They're great. But my past boy that just passed away, he was great too. He was a Bull Mastiff Chow and Black Lab mix. A smorgasbord of a bunch of stuff. But just the sweetest dog that you could ever imagine. I got him because he had I have to do a video on his of what I know of his back life. And I'm going to in the future. I just haven't been able to do it. I haven't been able to bring myself to do it. Not so much emotionally, a little bit emotionally wise, but I'm trying to think of a PG way of explaining what some of his back life was, because it wasn't any. It was anything but PG. It was X-rated, or at the very least R-rated, but I would say X-rated. What's that? The Plot Hounds, or the English Mastiff, or the Bull Mastiff mix that Hooch was. I'm not sure that I'm going to get a red bone. It's just might be a possibility if they actually have pups. and it takes. Um, you'd ask me that. I'm not very good with names. But it was on, I almost think it was on Sty North's stream that we was discussing it. I was up there and on his live, one of his lives on the chat, and so was this other person. And it's, I am subscribed to them, so it's good because I'll know the name when I see it. I want to say Stony Ridge or something, but I'm not sure if that is right. Something Ridge, I know that, and I'll know it when I see it. No, you're not bad, Shandog. I'd love to get one. They're grand or more. They cost $1,000 or more. I'm in Maine, in the central part of Maine, 20 miles north, 20 miles or so north of the capital of Augusta. And I'm not very far from Grandpa, if you know him. He's another YouTuber here. Another great channel. And he has a channel for his dog, Luna. And she's great. A great dog. I love it. She sticks her tongue out and all that. I love a dog like that, too. I want a dog that's gentle. I want a dog that's a safe dog. I don't want, mean, vicious dogs or anything like that. And I'm not into that. Yeah, they're not cheap. No, they're not. You're in Worcester. Okay, yeah. I've been to Dizzy's. Did you make his party? That was an awesome time. I was there this past summer. I was at the hot dog party, and no, you weren't at the party. Yeah, you missed a good one, I'll tell you. It was awesome time. Hazy Days was there. I took my guitar down. Hazy Days played it, which is good because I can't play it at all. I just make noise with it. I got a BC Rich, and yeah, I had a wonderful time. Yeah, well, I'm trying to get something going for August this year, late July or anytime through August. I wouldn't mind doing it. I wouldn't mind doing it in September, but the trouble with that is there's people who might not be able to make it because of school. People, it's not vacation. It's not summer vacation time, and the weather can be not so good in September here sometimes. Not warm. This year was, but not all years are. And it's kind of an iffy thing. But what I want to do what Dizzy did, and also, oh, okay, yes, that was nice. That was nice of you. Thanks. Very good. Yes, he is great shit. I love Dizzy. I got to go down there right off too. But I'm trying to put a party together like he had for sometime in August this summer, and it's also to celebrate my birthday's in September, but I figured do it early because of the weather. It's not always great in September. And I'm just trying to find a proper place to do it right now that's got enough room and has Wi-Fi or internet available and all that, and room for people. Um, just in case a lot of people do show up. May not be anybody shows up. I don't know, but it's going to be for YouTube family and friends and my family and my wife's family and 50. Like I know I'm going to be turning 60 in September. So hey, Captain, welcome. Put you right up here. Yeah. Hey, buddy. How you doing?
What's up?
Great.
Thanks for having me on, dude.
No, thanks for coming up. I appreciate very much. I was chatting with Shandog there on how great the party was.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
I need some coffee. I'm out. I need to brew some more.
Well,
Anyway,
if you were right here, I'd give you some because we got a pot going all the time.
so thinking about melting some metal or something, buddy?
Me melting some metal?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You said you were gonna do something before I tried to get on here. You needed some room to do something?
Well,
Or a place to do it or something?
no, I was talking about the party I want to have this summer. Like Disney.
Oh,
Yeah. No. I'm trying to find the proper place that will have plenty of room for everyone. I'd kind of like to have water around, because I don't like shooting fireworks in the woods or near woods. I like to have shoot them over a body of water.
well, yeah. I'm sure everybody does, but when you live in the middle of the woods, it's
Yeah, well, there are plenty of places. I got one in mind, and I'm just trying to get my wife. You got to light fires under her sometimes to get her going. But anyways, Shandog says, "Oh, I'm going to bring that up." Yeah, we're gonna know that now.
Hey, Shandog, how you doing?
Fire he melted the chair.
Yeah, Crystal was melting the chair last night.
I've done that.
Huh, Bunny?
What?
But
you were melting the chair last night, weren't you, Bunny?
I have no idea what you're talking
Yeah, sure you don't. Fucking. Anyway, dude, she freaking lit my nostrils on fire. I'll tell you that. Wow. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I gotta be careful what I feed this girl, dude. Seriously.
Yeah. So, how you been?
I've been all right. How about you?
Yeah.
Huh?
What's that?
How about you?
I've been good. I kind of ranted and raved a little bit at the beginning of this because of I think that the Humane Society, at least the one here that's local, should actually set people down and talk to them if there's something that they feel that's not quite good on their application.
So what, do they just refuse you?
Basically, they denied us having the dog because a cat that is no longer alive that we failed to tell the vet that it died hasn't been to the vet since 2013.
So you failed to report that a cat passed away, and they're
Basically, I mean, the vet said no, we don't know. The cat was here in 2013. We haven't seen it since. And then they said we don't know anything about the other two. Well, of course they don't, because they're not my cats. They're somebody else's that's just here till the people pick them up again. But if they had set us down and talked to us about that, then I could have explained that.
So they dismissed you out of turn, just because of somebody else is freaking dropping the ball?
I guess. I don't know. It's just they weren't very friendly either over there. And my mother was so mad. She said she told them, I'm going to call Alphonse about this. I'm sure everybody's heard of Harold Alphonse. So little do they know that he's done a lot for this shelter, and little did the people at the shelter know, my mother knows Harold Alphonse and the Alphonse family.
So what are you trying to adopt a doggy?
Yeah, we did, and was denied. And they weren't truthful either with us on it either. There was a few things I felt that I'm pretty sure they weren't truthful on. I had
It's probably somebody else that wants to adopt the said pooch.
What happened is the dog went out foster for adoption. That's a program they have. You can foster and then adopt them if you want to keep them.
Okay.
I had specifically asked them that on Friday if the dog was available for that, and they said no. Now all of a sudden it is. So I don't know. Maybe the dog is not even out. The dog wasn't out on the adoption floor.
Maybe it's already gone.
It may be gone, or it may still be there, and they're just not going. They're just going to wait for somebody else to show up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Somebody else already has priorities on it that probably made a private donation behind the scenes.
Could be. I don't know. I know that
I know that the Humane Society is not always on the level.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact. You know, you would think these organizations would be held to a higher standard and that they would be ultimately trustworthy, but apparently that is not the case. I've seen in more than a dozen different circumstances similar to yours, and independently grotesque in some cases, that the Humane Society is not always on the level, and they're not always on the humane side of things, as one might think.
Yeah.
But whatever. I don't expect any big fancy pants organization to be, completely trustworthy anyway. A lot of money, a lot of clout, and a lot of frickin' favoritism, makes for a frickin' its own type of its own type of practice. This is whatever.
Yeah. They don't know me. They don't know my name. Or they might not. It doesn't matter. They may not even know my mother's name, but she knows people that put a lot of money into that shelter. And she wasn't happy, and I don't know if she's going to do anything more about it or not. She mentioned she might. But the best thing that did come out of all of it, I won this from their craft fair. I bought $10 worth of tickets, and I got a smart watch phone.
Oh, that's cool.
So it wasn't all for a total loss, but again,
that'd either be a nice item to have, a nice stocking stuffer, a trinket on a shelf, or like a forgotten relic in a box. There's lots of different things you could do with that.
Yeah.
It might actually be a good seller on eBay, especially this time of year.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but unfortunately, hopefully, if they do have the dog fostered out to someone to adopt, I hope that the dog is, has a good life and all that.
Well, yeah, of course. We always wish for the animals that we admire and that we care about to have good circumstances. Yes. If we find a situation at the freaking adoption place that tugs on our heartstrings, we hope that either we would be the one to offer the dog or the animal a good place to live and some happy times, or that if we can't, that somebody else will. We always wish the animal well, of course, regardless of the politics and favoritism of the establishment that has possession of the said pooch.
According to them, we was the first ones to fill out adoption options on it. So
you're the first ones, or what?
we were the first ones to fill out application for adoption.
Well, maybe they just don't give out to the first person that wants it. Sometimes I don't know.
They don't. And obviously they've got to screen people. They've got to do what's best for the animal. But in that screening, I just think they ought to add if there's a question, talk to the people, because maybe sometimes a black and white answer is not going to answer everything.
Let me tell you something, man. I know some people personally that are just terrible to animals, and they don't deserve to be anywhere around an animal like ever. Okay, and even though they've been terrible around to animals, it's not on record, so that they could go and apply for
Yeah, they can go out and get another one.
adoption at any time. And I'm like, damn. But then there is a a light to this one. I know a woman. I've known her off and on for about 20 years. Well, anyway, her parents got arrested. Okay, her parents got arrested and they went to jail. Okay, and because they went to jail, or it was just her mother or something like that. Well, anyway, because her parents was in jail, she had to go and take care of her mother's affairs. Okay, at the apartment. Well, it turns out that there was a couple dozen animals at the apartment, and well, she didn't do the honorable thing and at least bring these animals somewhere where they could have a home. Instead, she decided that it would be a better bet to go and put them in a trailer by themselves in the winter with a bunch of food.
Wow.
So she puts them in the trailer and leaves a bunch of food in there for them, and she hadn't gone to check on them in a while, and she somebody had got suspicious and figured out what was going on and called the cops on her, and she got arrested for mistreatment of the animals.
Yep.
I'm not going to remark on the condition of any of the animals inside the trailer when they busted it open, but I'm just going to say that it's a good thing that this country has chosen to treat people humanely, even though they might have mistreated an animal.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yep.
Nathaniel, how you doing? So
Hello, Nathaniel.
but just to let you know, yeah, she did receive punishment for that. She did receive some pretty stiff penalty for that. She's probably not getting out for quite a while.
Yeah.
Same. I don't think there's any amount of community service that would get her off the hook for that.
Right.
Just saying.
Yep. So we see another dog there after, and I just walked out. Didn't even bother. Once I got the real, because it was late Monday after that I actually got the real reason.
A lot of people don't realize that there's more than just mistreatment that is unfair to an animal. Okay. Waiting until somebody comes along that that either pays them what they want for the animal, or letting that animal fit a description that somebody else that has priorities, that has made a donation,
Mhm.
and letting that meetup happen. That's not necessarily fair to the animal. Like I am one of those people that believes in animals meeting their potential companions, or people meeting the potential animal companion, and for them to get along and like each other, like right there. And
Right.
sometimes there's very unlikely pairs that form because of that.
We didn't pick this dog. We was looking at a dog that was 9 years old, and my wife just didn't want to go that route because the dog could die and or
No, I understand, but I'm saying,
she didn't want to do that. But this dog, they brought this dog out to show to another couple from out back. Didn't even know the dog was there till they brought it out to show somebody else. And this dog looked me in the eyes, looked my wife straight in the eyes. And then while we was in the other room waiting for the other people to get done so that we could go meet this dog, because my wife was crazy about getting this dog.
uh-huh.
The dog didn't pay attention to the other people. I even said, I'm going to try something. And I said, and I'd heard them tell the people the name of the dog. And I'm in the other room, and I just stood there and I said, Lana, do you want to go home with me? The dog jumped right up on the window, looked right in my eyes.
Yep, it happens.
So.
It happens, man.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I just hope the dog gets a good home. I know that we would have been. I told him that. I said before that, hey, man, Tennessee. Yeah, we're just discussing my lack of being able to get a dog and some things that people do. And I did a mail call earlier because I received mail from Everything Spicy. Got his link up in the chat. Great guy.
Matt, man, what's up? How you doing?
And that's what's going on.
Surprise dinner.
Dinner?
Yeah.
We haven't even eaten breakfast.
Well, I'm making breakfast.
Okay. we got up late. We got up late today because we stayed up until like 10 in the morning, like all night until like
Oh, wow.
8 or 9 in the morning or something like that. I don't even remember. And then
I think it was like 7.
it was 7 for Crystal, but it was like 9 for me.
I'm the only one that slept at all last night in this house. Everybody else stayed up. But I was up quite late this morning. And then I got back, and then I actually got going again and was out by 10 o'clock.
Well, anyway, I wanted to come in and say hi, catch up with you a little bit, see how you doing.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
Oh, my back is itchy.
So yeah, I was talking about the body. Yeah. So I got a place in mind. I just have to get my wife to talk to the people because, well, she knows them longer than I've known them. I've only known them since I've been there.
So, what part of Maine do you even live in?
Are you familiar with where the capital of Augusta is?
What?
Are you familiar with where the capital is, Augusta?
No.
Okay, you know where Portland is, down on the bottom.
I don't know anything about Maine.
Oh, I'm in the center. How's that? That's probably the best I can give you.
Awesome.
Pretty near the center of it. I'm in the central area.
I know where my cousins used to live, and I know.
Where did they live?
and I know where I don't remember where I went on vacation.
Shit.
I went on vacation in Maine some years ago.
Yeah.
My cousins used to live in Easton.
Easton.
Oh, I dropped it.
Hey,
Huh?
that's down east. That's 4.5, 5 hours from me.
That's up.
Yeah, it's
Way up.
over
Yeah.
by that's over Matthias way, over that way.
Yeah, Matthias,
Yeah.
uh, something like that.
Yep.
They also used to live in Presque Isle area.
Yeah, that's above me. That's a good 3.5, 4 hours from me.
Yeah.
I'm much lower in the state than that.
Hang on a second. She's freaking out because she dropped an egg.
Okay.
You all right?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yep.
You gonna make it?
Yes.
Shut up.
Wow.
Just pick it up,
Hey.
throw it on, and call it scrambled egg.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch one in the neck pretty soon.
Right.
You dare? Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. But no, it's good. It's good 4 hours north of me. But if you have to go within 2 miles of my house to go there, unless you want to take the back roads. I mean, but if you take 95, you go right within 2 miles of my house.
So yeah,
I'm only 2 miles off the interstate.
I went on vacation up there. It was right on the beach, and it's a bunch of different like,
They have a big pier.
huh?
Do they have a big pier going out in the water with attractions and
No.
no?
There was a jetty nearby.
Okay. Trying to think what beach that would be.
And the beach where we were was actually gorgeous, and the sand was lovely, and there's little piper birds, the plover birds,
Reed State Park.
maybe. But anyway, there's a bunch of apartment buildings around there that they call hotels, and every single one of them has a different name. And each building has like several owners. It's weird.
Wow. Well, that's not Reed. I don't know then. Often maybe.
Okay, the part where we were was gorgeous, but there was like a part that's like just to the south of that, maybe a quarter mile south of that, and it stinks so bad, dude. We were standing out there, we were like, oh my god! And my buddy's like, yeah, this part, we don't know why this part of the beach stinks, but all these rocks and everything, this is nasty.
Was it much?
Yeah.
That's probably the Clam Flats.
Oh, it was rotten, bro. And he's like, yeah, the rents for these hotels over here are even cheaper. It's like, yeah, sweet.
Buddy. Love you like catching you.
What?
Oh, Raphael.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Rafael, how you doing?
Yeah, I guess he's doing good. He's a quick jump in for me this time on my way out from Cave. We have a great stream.
Oh,
Raphael, yeah, laughing out loud. Catch you all next time. Stay well, all. So, yeah. My father-in-law's birthday tonight. That's where I'm going to go when I get done here. Gonna go have cake and ice cream or something, or give him some gifts.
feed him lots of pepperoni.
No, I don't know if he's into that. Uh, I'll probably get him a couple of things to chew.
I can't eat pepperoni anymore.
Well, he likes to chew.
That's good. I don't.
Grizzly wintergreen.
Oh wow! I used to get coupons for that stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Like every week I'd get coupons from that place.
Yeah.
Because you sign up for it online and they'll just send them to you in the mail for
Yeah.
like $1 or $2 off. I'm like, wow, okay. So I'd get these coupons and I'd give them out to people whenever they wanted them. But the people that I knew that were eating it, they were chewing it, whatever. They stopped. Either that or they didn't want my coupons anymore because they didn't take them anymore. I'm like,
Right. Yeah. Well, I'm kind of hoping that her friend will let us do it there because it's not that. It's too far. It's not very far from my house. It's within 15, 20 minutes away, half hour at the most.
Mhm.
And it's on the river, Kennebec River. And he's got a big gravel pit. And he's got plenty of land. And he's got a big barn too. I don't know if he use that or not or what. And that's like a number one thought of where to go. And then I've got a couple campgrounds that I've been trying to contact and haven't had much luck. Because it's wintertime and nobody's there.
there are no fish in my pond.
Fish?
But you go fishing there all the time. I know.
Oh.
It's a line from a TV show. There are no fish in the pond where this guy goes fishing.
Okay.
He goes fishing there all the time, but there are no fish in the pond.
I kind of want to go fishing in some ponds, but not with a fishing pole. I want to try that magnet fishing.
Oh.
Either that or some streams or whatever.
Oh. Well,
I want to get a big heavy magnet and some rope and try that out. It looks fun.
1,000-pound magnet would probably cost you $45-$50.
Wow. 1,000-pound pole?
Yeah. They used to be like 100, but they've gone down in price. I don't remember how much they are. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here because I can eat my sandwiches. Thank you for having me up, Mike. Have a good afternoon. Later, everybody in chat.
Yeah. Take care. And thanks for coming up, buddy.
Later.
Later. We did have snow, man. It rained yesterday and the day before. It was 50 degrees up here yesterday. Today it's not that warm. It's in like I think in the 20s somewhere right now. And it's supposed to get cold tonight. It's supposed to be like 15, but it took all the snow, almost all the snow. There's just piles around where we plowed and stuff. We had 6 or 8 inches up here, and then it just took it all away with the rain. And I guess we got more rain coming later part of this weekend coming up, or first part of it or something. But yeah, that's the story on the snow up here. We're not all that snowy. The ski slopes, I guess, have them because they got good base down, and what they said on the news is they got a good base down on most of the ski slopes that's in the state, and it's going to go cold enough again so they can make more snow right on top of it. So they'll probably be making snow tonight. They probably made snow last night. I don't know, because it was colder in the higher elevations. But yeah, that's pretty much my rant, my feelings on the Humane Society is that they should sit down with the people and talk to them if they got questions. It's because their application doesn't give the whole view, the whole point of view, the whole it doesn't answer everything, and not everything's cut and dried. And that's my take on it. And I'm just throwing it out there. I ain't against them. They got a hard job to do. Try to get the best place that they can for the dog, or the cat, or whatever the animal might be. And I'm sure it's not an easy job. And but I told them this when I left on Monday. I said, I know you have a form that if people fill out, I think you should maybe augment that form by having interview with the people, as well as just going by what gets put on that form, because sometimes people don't know how to really answer it and show the whole detail or everything. And I can tell you right now, hopefully it's not the case, but as far as my wife and I is concerned, and Lana being with us, she lost a home that would have been good to her and would have treated her right and whatever. And hopefully the people that have her now will be good to her too. And that's just my take. And I can tell you, any dog that we get is going to need their needs are going to be met. You think I might not have much money, or I might not be this or that, or I haven't donated to you guys, whatever. If I don't have the cash, and I reached in my wallet and I pulled out a card. You see this? This is a care card. And I can tell you right now that I don't know the exact amount, because I'm not sure I don't know how much is on it right now, but there's anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 on that card that can go to care of an animal if it needs to be. If there's an emergency, something comes up, and I don't have the cash, I can go to that card, and then that animal's going to get taken care of. That's the case with it. I got that card when I went to. I told him I went to Brewer and took my dog, the one that just passed away in October, Hooch. I took him up there to Brewer, up to the animal emergency animal clinic, hospital for animals, because he had a twisted stomach. And thankfully, while he was there, they went in under the skin. They shaved his skin, and they went under the skin with a needle to let the pressure off. And by doing that, they just went in with an empty hypodermic needle and let a bit of a hole off and took some of the pressure out. By doing that, a miracle happened, because it's not normal that it happens, but his bloating went down and his stomach twisted itself back straight the way it should be. But in the meantime, while we was waiting for him to go into surgery and all this, and we was trying to get the money and the funds available for them to do the surgery, which could have went up to $5,000, $6,000, his stomach came. He got back, and he came around, and his stomach straightened itself out. But we got that care card at that time because of that. And the sad thing is that they weren't going to do anything unless we had the money right up front. That's another sad thing, but that's neither here nor there. That's another story. That's another thing, and something else that I don't agree with. But obviously they got to get paid too. But yeah. So I just told them that how I felt, and that I thought that they ought to maybe interview people and ask, quit. Hey, right, never let them see you cry. Yeah, it does cost, but I don't care. I mean, I want the best for the animal. It's somebody else, I guess it's somebody else. But I hope that the animal, the dog, Lana, that we wanted to get ends up in a good I hope the foster people that get her, that have her for possible adoption, are nice, and I hope they take care of her well. And the other dog that we looked at there, that I didn't even bother to fill out an application for after I found out the whole reasons why they didn't let us have the dog. I got too upset, and I just left. I said, "Hell, heck with it, you know. That's how you're gonna be, and whatever, forget it." And I left. I didn't. I wasn't mean. I wasn't naughty. I was very, very open, honest, and cordial with them. But they knew that I was upset and that I didn't think it was right. So I'm just gonna wait. Maybe I'll get a puppy this summer or something, and maybe it'll be one that has papers. I don't know. Or maybe I just won't want to wait any longer, and I'll try it again a little later. But the two cats that aren't mine, they're going to go back with their owners shortly, and the only cat that will be here is my father's. And when it comes time to it, I'm going to have to be dishonest. I'm going to say nope, no other animals in the house. I'll make I'll know because they put on the dogs things, whether they're, when you look them up, whatever, you can tell they'll tell you whether or not the dog is compatible with other dogs or with cats or what. And I don't think my dad's cat's going to be around much longer, anyways. And he's 20-something years old and everything. And how long is the cat going to live? Another couple of years, maybe at the tops. I think the oldest was like 28. That was like the record for a cat to live. But anyway, that's how things went. That's how I feel. And who knows? I may not be right. But anyways, I thank you all for joining me. And if you like, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe if you like. And check my channel out. Check out Everything Spicy's channel. It's really great. He's a great guy. I'm going to put in a mention for Sty North too. He's another great one. And of course, my friend Dizzy and Hazy, they're great. You Dizzy, 1969, and Hazy Days, great people. They're all part of my family now. I got a lot, and a lot more too. It's crazy, and there's a lot of good people. And you can see who I'm on. You can see whose channels I've got on there, and they're all really good ones. So you got nothing to do sometimes, just sit down, go on my channel, look and see what channels that I subscribe to, and check out the other ones too, because they're all good. I'll do that, Shandog. Thank you very much. I'm not going to probably eat too much cake, but I might have a little. I'm probably going to have a little of that with him, or maybe a dirty bird. That's what we call coffee brandy, because that's what he likes to drink now, is the coffee brandy. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't even take the whiskey up there, because whiskey's not good with him. He likes it, but it's not good. No. I think I might just leave that home and hope they have some coffee brandy and call that good. But I do have to get up there. I got to go. I'm running a little over. Not too bad. So everybody, you have a great evening. It's been great. Love you much. Hope to see you back here again soon. And Take care. Have a good night.